Shalom. Don't give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakadash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Mill Song Thomas Chief. And peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful letter.
Мы когда-то предлагали нашим иранским друзьям поработать в области системы ПВО. Но так большого интереса тогда партнеры не проявили. И все. Что касается договора, о котором сказали, о стратегическом партнерстве, там нет статей, связанных с оборонной сферой. Это второе. А третье, наши иранские друзья об этом и не просят.
And even done, looking at this little picture right here. It's funny how it's all Edomites, man. I now want to watch it.
Get out of here! The money in the car are all mine!
My initial reaction was, number one, Israel took a huge step on its own to attack Iran, which is such an unpredictable regime. And so I just think it's two unpredictable regimes fighting in the Middle East. And it's their war. It's not our war. And I hope it doesn't become our war.
It will?
And in California, because I live in California, we pay the highest gas prices in the country. Because maybe here that means gas prices go from $4.50 to $6 is not a reason for me to see that lives of the Iranian people should be sacrificed for the benefit of our gas prices.
I don't know, I'm kind of used to expensive gas. I don't think we need to blow up the whole country to have cheap gas.
Potentially do an awful lot of damage. Oil prices could spike. Food prices around the world could spike. It's going to probably cause a recession. It might cause inflation. It would not be, anything like this would not be good. And it would probably tank the stock market. So if Trump is concerned about business, which he seems to be, then he's playing with fire.
I'd say anyone who says they don't have a stake in this is just not paying enough attention to how war works and how things escalate. And I think if you consider that World War I and World War II, we didn't call it that till we were already several years into the conflict. So we might already be in World War III according to the history books 20 years from now. I think anyone who says that they're not involved in it, I think they got to pay a little bit more attention to it and hope that we stay out and hope that this can de-escalate as soon as possible.
I think the United States should completely stay out of it because right now Israel is just committing genocide on the Palestinian people in Gaza. And they just attacked Iran, basically completely unprovoked. Iran, we should honestly, if we're going to get involved, should be on the side of Iran over Israel because if anything, Israel, they're just criminals. Netanyahu's a war criminal. Their country is just committing atrocities. I think the United States needs to stop funding them. It's awful. That's my opinion.
Oh, it's very concerning, but I feel like he's already kind of made up his mind. He's just trying to placate people, I think, because it's a very unpopular sort of situation that he's getting into.
What do you think is his decision about what he's going to do?
Oh, he's gonna go to war. I think he is gonna be having the U.S. involved in it a little bit more than probably people are looking for.
I mean, just in general, I don't see any end game. At least I'm not aware of it. Nothing's been presented. So getting into something like this, it would be very nice if one understood, is it weeks, is it months, what is the end goal?
It's been going on for so long. I don't know what the solution is, but I hate war. I look at these pictures of these poor people and the people trying to get out of Tehran now. I don't know. I mean, if we could talk instead of shooting missiles off, that would be better. But I don't think Trump is helping by all of his bellicose statements.
It all needs to stop. And the reason why is because there's innocent people that are being hurt. And and it's on both sides. But what's more important is that everyone that is innocent evacuate as soon as possible. And this hits home because I know someone who is currently there, and every day you don't know if you're going to get a call that they're going to be hurt or injured, or the worst case is that they pass away.
Well, my thoughts is that it's going to continue, and I do believe that we are probably at a point where it's no return due to the current administration. And unless that changes, nothing's going to change. So I'm praying and preparing, and I suggest everyone else do the same.
It says here, Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore okay, let me read that again. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. They have taken against Edom and his purposes, that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Timor. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, being Amalek or those so-called Israelis. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's goodbye, man. It's getting up to the point of it's getting up to the point where they won't exist. And that's all gonna be down to Joel chapter 3, man, where it goes into the war. And multitudes. And even then, I do be posting the same stuff. And the reason why is because to show you that the word of the Lord is true, man. There's no need for new things. It said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, being the natural Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So, yeah, man. So basically, prepare yourselves, man. It says, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. And yeah, man. Iran is able to say that they're strong. Why? Because Russia's been helping them out, man. With those nuclear missiles. And it says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen. And you see that lets you know, man, the people that it's talking about in verse 9 is actual heathen. Like it says, man. All ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about to the cause thy mighty ones to come down, all ye halberd shemabashir. And even then, going to that word assemble, man. It literally means to gather in the same place for the same purpose. Which at that point, the very purpose that the people are going to be there is for war. And it says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yehoshaphat. Or meaning, breaking on that word and going into the name of the Heavenly Father. Who's Yahweh. And then you got Shaphat, which comes from the word Mashapatim, or Mashapat. Which is, but in this case, it's judge. So it's Yahweh's judgment. And so for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So yeah, the very purpose that they're going to be there is for the Lord to execute judgment. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Go and get ye down, for the press is full, the fats overflow. For their wickedness is great, and the Lord's going to reward them for their wickedness. It says multitudes, multitudes, in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. Which again, that's over there in the east, man. And the US will be involved. They're going to be forced to come over there. And like it says, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the reason why is because of those mushroom clouds, man. At that point, they're going to have nuclear missiles, man. There's going to be nuclear missiles inside those, what's it called, hypersonic, those hypersonic missiles. It's going to carry nuclear warheads. And even in Ezekiel 38 and 40 says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. As we know, when it comes to fishing, once the fisherman has the hook in your mouth, it's going to drag you wherever he wants. That's what the Lord's going to do to Russia, man. He said, and I'll bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all them clothed with all sorts of armor. Even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. It said Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So yeah, there's gonna be loads of people, man. Literally loads of people, and as it says, Go, man, and all his bands, the house of Toga, man, of the North Quarters. It says that there's no Turkey's going to be involved too, and they're gonna turn against America as well, man. And it says, and all his bands, which bands are going into army, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. And remember, going to that word assemblement, gathering the same place with the same purpose, which at this point it's gonna be war. And it says, and be thou a God unto them. And that's exactly what's gonna happen, man. Russia is going to be a God unto them. And even then, Algeria. As it says here, behold, I will create the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. And we know a smith is someone that makes weapons. But this smith here is talking about, well, first and foremost, going to those Nazi people. And even then, they were the first to basically create the blueprint, man, to an atomic bomb or a nuclear missile. And it says, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Yeah, which the Lord's work is to destroy America. And not only destroy America, but destroy the land of Israel, man. And it says, and I've created the waster to destroy. And that's exactly what it's going to do, man. What is this? Book of Peter. It says, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished, there being that first death. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved until fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Yeah, and that's judgment being that second death being it's literally gonna come from the intercontinental ballistic missiles. And it says, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So yeah, 1,000 years to the Lord is a day, man. And it said the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to us with, not willing that any should perish, but that all shall come to repentance. Basically talking about the Lord's elect, man. It said, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. So it's going to come unawares to those that don't know prophecy. It says, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And literally that's going to be down to those nuclear missiles, man. I remember what John said. Those nuclear missiles being 200,000. No, not 200,000. 200 million. So just imagine just imagine the destruction that's going to take place, man, in that time. But yeah, like it says, yes, but the day of the Lord comes as a thief in the night, because the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Yeah, because those missiles are loud, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And yeah, that being the very things in America are going to be turned into well, if you're thinking about it, it's going to be like lava, man. We could even say magma, because the very things that are there are going to be actually boiled down, man. And should the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Yeah, and everything's going to be taken away. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, but man and person ought to be in no holy conversation and godliness, going into basically way of life, man. It said, looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, going into under the firmament, man. You see, under the firmament, that's where the fire's going to take place. It's going to reach all the way up into the heavens. It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Malachi 4:1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. And yeah, man, those nuclear missiles, and the proud, yeah, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, says the Lord Yahweh Shema of hosts, that he shall leave them neither root nor branch. So yeah, we know that if you look at these trees that are buried in the earth, their roots go all the way down. It goes all the way down. And if those roots are going to be taken away or destroyed, that lets you know the power of these missiles, man. Where was I going to go now? Psalms 91. It says, and I will say, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power in him will I trust. And this is, at the end of the day, is Yahweh Shema Shai is in control of all things, man. All things. And even those who are going to get destroyed, the Lord's in control of it, man. It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, being Esau Edom, and his lies, and from the noise and pestilence, being that nuclear destruction. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His shoes shall be thy shield and buckler. So yeah, man, this word, man. It said, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. So yeah, man, when these missiles go off the fly, man, it should go into so-called doomsday. It says, no for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, no for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. So all these things, the elect won't have to fear them. Why? Because they made the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai their habitation. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So yeah, again, protection. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Literally being, seeing this destruction of the two first. And that's all going to take place above the firmament. The Lord's elects are going to be above the firmament, along with the angels, man. I'm with you, how we share. Yes, and death follows another angel, saying Babylon is fallen. Talking about America, that great city, because she made all nations to drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So you have to follow the ways of America. And it says, and the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Going to the RFID CHIP, man. And yeah, and it says yeah, the saint shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is poured out with a mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And again, that's going to be above the firmament, man. I remember nothing can go through the firmament, well, except the angels. Literally. And shall the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. And literally, like I said, the Lord's elect will be protected, man. They're going to be saved from this. Even as it makes mention. Revelation 15 and 2, and it says, I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, that being the firmament, and them that has gotten victory over the beast, being the Lord's elect, and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the hearts of God. And yeah, man, it's basically as simple as that, man. And you know what, yeah, Ezekiel 22 and 20 says, "As I gather silver and brass, and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in my anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you." So yeah, they're gonna be burned up, man. It says, "Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst of." Like it said in Malachi 4 and 1, man. And it says, "As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst of the furnace." I said, let me read it again. "As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst of. And ye shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, I pour out my fury upon you." And yeah, man. They're gonna be taken and burnt up, man. Oh. Your 2 Corinthians 15 and 20 says, "Behold, saith the power, being Yahweh Shemashai, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are on the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and luminous to turn themselves, one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them." Being, like if you think about it, it's the saints, the Lord's elect. Just like as they do this day unto my chosen, so will I do also and recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, being Yahweh Shai, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. And it says, "The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like destroyed that is kindled." If you're thinking about it, those 2/3, man, they're gonna be destroyed, man. Like it says, "Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Hawashai. I will not spare them. Go you away, you children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the power shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him." So, yeah, man. But that's basically it. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemashai, Shemaka Kadosh, and Shalom.